The man in our studio is one of our greatest guests of all time. He's consistently the highest rated guest on the show. One of the biggest touring comedians in the world, also famous for movies, television, famous for his incredible ability to do sound effects. Michael Winslow is the man of 1,000 sound effects. Every time Michael visits, there's a big flyover from a Boeing jet. Huge crowds cheer him. And people even bring their crying babies in the studio to get hugged by Michael.
I ain't touching that.
By the way, this is a little bit like Superman. He leaps over a tall building.
Hey, where you going, greenhorn?
More powerful than a locomotive.
More powerful than
a hanging.
Faster. It was faster than a screaming locomotive.
Speeding bullet.
A screaming locomotive.
Right.
Faster than a diva.
Right. Michael, of course, you know him from Spaceballs, Police Academy movies, which there's a rumor there's a new one coming out we're going to ask him about this weekend. See Michael Winslow in person. If you have not, you are missing out. You will hear things that leave you wondering, how the heck did he do that?
I'm not sure, baby.
At the Parlor in Bellevue. But that's another thing he does that I love. Is he brings Barry White back to life every time he comes here.
Oh, yeah.
The reanimator.
And
All about love.
and how about the Wolfman Jack, which is basically a white Barry White, right?
Well, that's not exactly right, baby.
Wow.
It's been a long time since the wolf man was in the area. Mercy, mercy, baby. I may be dead, but I'm still hungry, baby.
Oh, man. That is like channeling the guy. That is good.
How come you don't have like 8 radio channels of your own? You just could do 8 different people.
I've been thinking about this.
Have you been? Yeah.
There's a way. I've been trying to figure out ways of reinventing Michael Winslow. So you know what? I'm going to come to you guys for some help.
All right. Well, let's talk about your career and how we can help.
Really? I think 5%.
Yeah, time flies. You're having none.
But I was thinking, I got to imagine that with all the movies and with all of the things you do, that you're a very wealthy man. If we were to open the vault in your house, what would it sound like? There's all that money. He's counting it.
Let's see what's in here. That's an expensive ass fly.
Is there going to be a new Police Academy movie?
New Line Cinema has acquired it.
This is good.
And from last I checked, they had a new set of writers coming online. So as soon as that's ready, pre-production would begin.
What a fantastic franchise, and I mean, it's box office gold.
It was great, man. It was a great opportunity. And I got to meet a lot of great people.
Yeah, and so they've already they already locked you up, or you got an agent. And
we're talking about.
You're talking about. That's fantastic.
And I know that it's an actual financed, funded thing. It's just got to be written.
Have you risen to commandant by now? I mean, as the progression and
Jones as a detective would be very interesting. Probably not good for the public. Because he would get in so much trouble and cause things to happen that shouldn't.
Undercover.
But I don't know. Jones as a detective would be kind of cool because he could really, basically, he could bust cases just by sound.
Oh yeah,
it'd be great. He'd make the whole place go nuts, and there's nothing there. It's great stuff.
I want to know a little about your personal life. I don't know what, but maybe I don't. Close that door.
No, it's okay. You can open it.
So, it's
nice weather out here, man.
Is there a time of the day, like probably not when you're not being interviewed, but what's the longest you can go during a day in a normal life without making a sound effect?
Well, provided I stay away from everybody.
And assuming you're not gassy that day. Yeah.
That's difficult. Because if you walk outside, there's animals, and if you walk outside, there's birds asking you questions.
Do you feel like as you walk through the day you hear every little sound?
Yeah, it's there.
You're hyper attuned like Superman's super hearing.
Well, I got a kind of a synesthesia thing where when you look at color you hear it.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at colors you hear it because that is just glaring, that red light over here. Wow. That is just a glaring red. So you block it out.
Wow. So would you say people think, oh, the sound effect guy, he works really hard to learn how to do sound effects and he sits at home and works on them and practices. Are you more like is it more like a gift than something you have to work on?
Part of it, a gift that requires work.
You still do have to work.
Oh, sure.
Do you sit home and work on the crowd so that when we rehearse, like a musician would rehearse a guitar lick?
You can. You can, but I just said these things take on a life of their own because people are walking up to me with their own noises now. Before I used to be.
Hey, you're that fella making the noises, ain't you? Hey, you're that color fella making the noises.
Yeah, they do.
I get that a lot.
You play Oklahoma a lot, Dave?
I do. By the way, yeah.
Way to be politically incorrect about your own self. I love it.
But then I was in Australia and a guy walks up. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Murphy. I want to welcome to Australia.
Mr. Murphy.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy.
thought it was donkey. Shut up, donkey. But I said I just roll with it. So I made him think I was.
Do you have are you married or are you kids or anything like that? I don't know anything about.
Kids are so great noises.
Kids make great noises. That's why I had a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have
deductions?
kids?
And they just it's just hard to keep up with it because nowadays people are walking up to me doing beatbox noises. I mean, even my own kid, everybody has got their own noises now, and they're showing me theirs.
That's music too.
And
That's
I'm going,
big.
Oh, well, that's great. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. I had no idea, none.
Be like what?
Everybody knows noises, even in a foreign country. Oh, that's you! You're the guy. Come here, It's the guy. I know the guy. That is you, though. That's you, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Go ahead. I get that all the time.
All right, now I feel like my question should all be like, do you have a dog? Is there a tree outside your bedroom window at night that makes funny noises against the window?
Well, I have problems with the squirrel that lives in it.
There's a squirrel.
Squeak! Squirrel with a shotgun. I didn't know squirrels could be armed.
That's Colorado. You can do anything, boy.
Michael Winslow. Michael, you are a motivational speaker, I read.
I like to motivate people.
Yeah. Do I hire you to, say my company needs the salespeople to get out there and beat the bushes?
Specific. If
do they beat the bushes after they hear you motivationally speak? See, that was
you get them to make You get to make noises first, and then we talk about what the business is and what motivation is, and just how committed are you and what does it take.
Okay, so this is serious then. Motivational speaking.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a while, but I can.
Give me some of your motivational secrets for people out there.
One, time flies. We're having none. That's the first thing, because sometimes there is such a thing as overload, too much. Sometimes you got to step back for a minute and regroup, because you can do this what happens to a muscle that you use every single day over and over again? You're going to wear it out.
Get tired and maybe cramp up.
And you may damage. So you've got to take some time. You've got to, for yourself.
I love that. Less motivation right out the bat.
So there's motivational ideas.
Yeah.
Stop.
Motivation,
Yeah,
You can see Joe's within an inch of overdoing it.
But you have to
You got
have
my attention.
the human body lasts only so long. So there is a specific what you call recuperation time. You have to have it.